I poured fuel in, and then fuel started coming out of our line. So, yeah, I got quite a bit on the ground here, so. So needless to say, it looks like this guy probably had a couple of problems that all right. I might have to get a new elbow here for the carburetor because it's cracked, and I don't think his old carburetor, let's look and see, I think that looks like one he pulled off this one and put on that one. Oh no. Awesome. So we might call that our lucky day. But yeah, because I doubt that that's going to hold. Nope, there it goes. And if we look at that, if you look at where it's broke off, you can see up here where it's shiny. I turn the light on. That might work better. You can see it's kind of shiny and reflective up here, but all around here, how dark it is. That's probably had been cracked for a while, but that wouldn't be the original, and it wasn't even wrench tight. We pull that out. Yeah, that is the new one that had been on that carburetor. So let me go get some thread tape. So I put some thread tape on the threads. And we can screw this. Ah, see, that won't even reach. That's... Well, you know, we're not probably going to put that original carburetor back on, so I'm going to do something I shouldn't do. I'm going to take and cut that screen. Because if I don't cut that screen, then I'm done for the day. Till I get a fitting, so I can cut that and clean it up a little with my nippers. Okay, and then we want to screw that into the side of the motor or carburetor. So that's, I don't care, you can correct me. Because I know every once in a while I say the wrong thing. It's like my mouth is disconnected from my brain. But on a normal day, if I'm not doing a video, I'm not talking while I'm doing this. I'm just working. So, yeah, you wouldn't be, like I say, if the camera wasn't going, nobody'd ever know that I said the wrong thing, because I wouldn't have been talking. I'm going to tighten that up, and of course it isn't perfectly straight up and down, but he redid this fuel line with some brake line. So I'll just bend it a little. Get it started down in there. And then we gently tighten it. Make sure it's going in straight. We'll just gently tighten. That's another thing, it doesn't have to be Magilla Gorilla tight, it's got to be snug. Alright. And then we can go back over here. Turn our fuel on. Which he bought a... Of course, he might have... Well, I don't know, I think he might have had that put on. This looks like a new sediment bowl. I'd say what got him is he probably didn't have a plug because this is a universal, so it's got a side and an end outlet. But when I turned the fuel on, I could see in the glass bowl here, I could see what little dirt was in there swirling around as the gas was flowing. And then when we read the knob that turns it on, main 2 turns, reserve full open. So we did, normally it would be 1, or we'll start. Normally it would be half a turn, turn and a half, 2, and that's going to suck out of the tall straw. And then, which you can't see down in there, but there's another hole down here in the bottom. And if we turn this out all the way, then it's going to bring the deal out far enough to access that second hole and let fuel flow. And that's so if you're out in the field and you got it on main and you run out of fuel, you can back it on up, have enough fuel to get back up for a refill. Because you figure there's probably still an inch depth of fuel in the tank when it runs out on the normal. So, alright, let's get up here. We have the key is on. I'm going to pull my choke up there. I'm going to hit my button. Hey, and I heard it run. Let's do this again. Okay, that's almost like it flooded out. Yeah, I think I may need to charge the battery a little. That's cranking kind of slow, and like I say, the battery was dead, so we'll give the video a break. I'll get the battery charged up, and then we'll go after this again. Okay, after I let the battery charge for a little bit, and it cranked better, it actually did the same thing. If I held the choke out, it did run a little longer, and my adjustments on the carburetor did not help anything with how it ran. So I went ahead and I shut the fuel off. And then I'm going to take this carburetor off and I'm going to put back on the original. So, alright. Okay. Loosen up that. And then on our rods going to this, they're like quick disconnects on the back side that they go on little ball studs for our choke and our throttle. So we'll loosen that up. That won't fit. And I'm probably going to edit out, or I probably have already edited out some of this because I didn't figure you wanted to watch me and my wrench turning this nut one flat at a time. that it had over a 1/4 inch of thread sticking up out the top. So now that we got that loose, we can, well, that's a tight fit up in that manifold. There was another new gasket in the box, and then go back with the original. Originally these had brass nuts holding the carburetor on. I guess mainly so it wouldn't rust. I'm going to put this up here. Throttle all the way down, because this thing up here on the front is our governor. Okay. And then basically I'm going to pull the end of that rod out, and then I can hook it over that ball stud. And then it'll lock down, and then, pick this up. That's another one of those things, if I wasn't filming, I'd already had this carburetor on and had it running. I know you believe that. Alright, I'm going to take our 1/2 inch wrench and we want to tighten them up evenly. We don't want to crank one down and then go back and tighten the other one. We want to incrementally tighten them down. Get it up there snug, and then give it a little bit at a time so it pulls up even and we don't warp the flange. Because we want to have a tight seal, because we don't want to get a vacuum leak there. And then, of course, I took this carburetor out and laid it on the ground, and no gas ran out. I should have had a huge puddle on the ground, but I did not. Hey, new thread tape. And then it'll let me put the fitting in. Now I wish I hadn't cut that screen, because I wasn't planning on putting this carburetor back on. Okay. I'm going to have to take the bend out of that a little bit. Tighten that up, and then we can tighten our hose clamps up. So I got the carburetor on, all our hose clamps tight, fuel line on, fuel turned on. Don't see any leaks. Like I say, when I took this one off and turned it upside down, I should get a lot more fuel than that. So, something tells me that when this wouldn't restart for him, it was the distributor was bad. And I'll bet he swapped the carburetor first and then the distributor, because I think if he'd done the distributor first, he might have had it running. So, key on. We'll set the choke and there we go. We'll grab a screwdriver. Okay, so we got it. It now runs, so probably need to warm it up good. Probably fine tune the adjustment on the carburetor. Probably get our idle mixture set. It's after 4. I might just finish this up tomorrow. I got it running, that's the important part, and then wondering if that carburetor overflows a little. I went ahead and shut the fuel off before I shut the engine off, and then probably when I go to move the tractor later, I'll just turn the fuel on enough, fire it up, move it where I need it, and then we'll get back at this tomorrow. Well, I'm going to wrap up the video on the 8N Ford tractor because I told the guy that I had it running and he wanted to come get it, so we didn't have time to go through setting the ignition timing on a video. And also being a front mount distributor engine, probably if you're gonna do the timing on it, it'd probably be best to get the book so you can follow it step by step. But if you watch this video and you have a book and you're still having trouble, just put something in the comments, and I'll say, because I've got a 9N here sitting behind me that I got to work on in the near future. I could always pull the distributor out of it and show you how to do the timing, because this isn't like, say if we had a side mount distributor in the late probably started in 51, you'd still do it like you would a car with a timing light. With the front mount, you actually do it with some rulers and gauges and measuring. Because since it drives right off the camshaft, you can't hardly get it wrong if you follow the procedure in the book. Get the point gap right at 15 thousandths, and then get your angle set right and all your measurements, and then adjust the point plate, then you're in good shape. So, but I appreciate you watching. I hope you found this informative. That, if you've got one of these old tractors, 9N, 2N, 8N, there's not a lot of difference between any of them. We're talking, technology that's almost 100 years old. So, no computers. We're points, condenser, basic distributor, fuel, compression, and they run. And usually, tend to be a fairly dependable thing because you don't have all that other garbage to go wrong. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, give me the thumbs up for a like. Feel free to subscribe to my channel, because no telling what I'm going to do a video on next. And I'll say, if you got any comments, leave me a comment. If you got questions, I'll reply to them as soon as I get online and check that I got any. So have a great day.